What's good, people? Back with another video. End of the season now, and it's time to talk about transfers. The top 4 transfers I believe Arsenal need to get it over the line next season. Before we get into that, the hair is looking a bit mad. And if you haven't seen already, over on Instagram, I'm doing a challenge. I'm not getting a haircut, a trim, nothing at all until we win the trophy. You may be thinking, why have you done that now? Why not wait till next season? After we lost to PSG, I woke up vexed, fuming, and I just started from there. So that's the reason why. But yeah, here we are. If you're wondering what top this is, I think it's Sierra Leone. Random. Bought it for the colours, the vibe, you get me? Bit like what Arteta did with our left backs last season, just buying them for the vibe. But yeah, these are my 4 signings I think we need to get it over the line next season. And if we do make the right signings, then we can say, yeah, boom, we're trusting the process. We're allowing him to those 5 years to build and create the team that he needs. And not just the team, I feel like we need a squad. Watching Man City dominate, not this year, but the last 4 years previous, had a squad. The way PSG played in that final, able to bring on subs and still impact the game. They've got a squad. We've struggled this season with a first team, let alone a squad. So I really hope we can make. These are the 4 signings everyone's talking about, and I've kind of amalgamated some I want, but these are the top 4. So, in fact, yeah, let me start with my top 4. This is my top 1, so I'm thinking Mbeumo, yeah. And the reason I'm saying him is because, yeah, people speak about Šeško Gyökeres. I've seen Eze's name flying about. I've seen a few others, but whatever the thing is, though, yeah, Mbeumo has played in the Prem already, so we don't need to worry about that whole transition period. So, like, Šeško would be Bundesliga. There's going to be some physicality differences. You know, people always talk about the transition. Premier League is the best league in the world, the quickest league in the world. It's probably the most physical league in the world. And we see that when some players come over and it takes them time to settle in. However, Isak had a slight transition period, but now look, he's firing. So I'm not too worried about the transition period. My thing is that we've seen Mbeumo do this week in, week out in the Premier League already. This season alone, and he's not playing for a top 6 team. This is what I'm saying. He's not playing for a top 6 team. He scored 20 goals and 7 assists for, I would say, a mid-table team. And remember, last season, Ivan Toney left. And everyone was thinking, boy, they kind of, you know, he's a big player. They need to replace him. He stepped up, broad shoulders. He took that pressure. And he's banged in 20 goals this season. I believe, yeah, if he was in a better club, I feel like it'd fit straight into Arsenal's setup. He's my number 1. I know a lot of other Arsenal guys might disagree, but they wouldn't bat an eyelid if we put a bid in for him. And I think he's roughly worth around 50 million, which I'm hearing Arteta's got about 180 million to spend. I don't know where they're getting the money from after he spent a whole heap of money already on left backs. But I'm saying he's got 50 million from Mbeumo. I think that's a bargain. And you think in the last window where I think we put, was it 60 mil for Watkins? 50 mil from Mbeumo is a bargain, but I don't think Watkins has scored 20 goals this season. I don't think he's got 20 goals this season. I don't think Watkins is the main man of it the next season either. So, but that's another story, yeah. So Mbeumo is my number 1. My number 2 would be Eze. They're thinking, we need a number 9, we need a striker, yeah, Mbeumo. But we need a solid midfield as well. When when we was actually winning trophies year in, year out, we had a solid midfield. The foundations are there to build on. I feel like Eze, he's not had the best season, but he's not had a bad season. He's still in the England squad. He's still Palace's top player. He's got the FA Cup to show for it. I think he scored in the final in the FA Cup. He scored 8 goals this season, 8 assists. Someone like Eze playing for Arsenal, that scored 8 goals for Palace could easily turn into 12 goals for Arsenal, 10 assists, I believe so. Played next to Rice, Odegaard, Partey. I've seen that he may be in talks with Barcelona, going to Spain. Don't know how true that is. But yeah, I think Eze is a nice fit. He's a workhorse. He's good defensively. He's good at pressing. Good at winning the ball back. He can turn. He can go forward. He can strike a ball. He can pay the ball through. He's a well-rounded player. And you know, when we look at Odegaard, we're not thinking about Odegaard pressing to get the ball back or help us out defensively. But someone like Eze sitting next to Rice, I'm not saying Eze would come as a squad player, but he'd definitely be within that rotation because we can Zumba Mendy as well. I think Eze is one of the key players that we could be looking at to step up this year and say, yeah. But then the main two that I'm seeing the most about, and I think we may be in talks with him, I don't know. You never know till it's over the line. Or we see them at the stadium. When there's social media now, so I want to see someone filming that and show me that Šeško is at the Emirates. Until then, but yeah, I'd say 50 million? I think he's 20 or 21. Is he 20? 21? Šeško? 13 goals, 5 assists. Now, 13 goals. The thing is, 13 goals is still more than anyone for Arsenal this season. I think Havertz only got 9 or 10. No one else got more than 10. No one got more than 10. That's shocking. And then Bueno scoring 20 on his own. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So, I don't talk about Mbeumo anymore, but I'm saying players like him, we need man that are scoring 20 goals a season. Because that's an extra 15, 21 points you're winning games. You know what I mean? He's got game-changing goals there. But yeah, Šeško, 13 goals in the Bundesliga. He's not playing for a great team. And 5 assists? 21? I don't know if the pressure will be too much for him, man. I really don't. 21, coming to Arsenal, Premier League. And the problem is, if we only buy Šeško, then the pressure's on. Because it's like, well, we've got a striker now. Where's the goals? And it's like, most of us know, the mature Arsenal fans know, that's not enough. You can't have a 21-year-old up there. You can, but you need a gunman number 10. And that's not what Odegaard is right now. He may be next season, but right now he's not firing like that. So I don't know if Šeško, I wouldn't turn down Šeško. He's definitely going in for 50 million. I mean, Mbeumo and Šeško, I feel like just sign some of these players. But yeah, I would take Šeško, but wouldn't take Šeško as a number 9 and our only number 9. I want him to have a backup, and I don't want the backup to be Havertz. I want us to have 2 strikers. We're not playing 4-4-2, I get that, but we need 2 strikers. You know, Haaland, look at City, yeah? Haaland's been playing up top on his ones, and they've still brought in Mamouche. Haaland's still banging in 19, 20 goals a season. They still brought in a striker in January. That's the levels now. That is the levels now. So yeah, Gyökeres, Swedish league. I think it was Lisbon. He's got 39 goals this season. That's a lot of goals. 7 assists. But the key part of his goal scoring thing I want to look at is he scored 8 goals in the Champions League. Shows he's able to play amongst the best in Europe. Because 8 goals in the Champions League is that's not Easy. You're playing against some of the best defenders in the world, if not the best defenders in the world, best midfielders in the world. And it's the most pressure. And as you know, Portugal, so he's not playing for he's Swedish. No, Gyökeres. Is he Swedish? I believe he's Swedish, yeah. But it's like, he's not playing for PSG. He's not playing for AC Milan. But is the transition coming from those type of leagues where he is to the Premier League too much? In fact, he's Swedish, but he's in the Portuguese league. That was it. Sorry. So Sporting Lisbon. Now, it's a tough one because I can't remember the last person from the Portuguese league to come to the Premier League and have like an amazing 2 or 3 seasons. Striker wise, I mean, you've got people like Nani, but this is a long time ago. But now these are years ago. So for someone to do it now, it's not saying it's impossible. And people can say, is he got the physicality? Arsenal, we don't really play with that physical type of presence. We just need, I think all the fans would agree, we just want someone to be in the box. So Odegaard's got someone to ping the ball into because he can. Saka, when he's crossing the ball, because he can. Martinelli, even Declan Rice. We've got Ranieri, Trossard. We've got the goods already. We just need someone in the box that knows their space, surroundings, and is that killer. They get the ball turned back, and they're gonna take that shot. And they're going to score 10, 15, maybe hopefully 20 goals a season. That's all I think we fans want. That's all we want, man. So they're my top 4 signings that I believe will take us over the line for next season. Gyökeres, Šeško, Eze Mbeumo. It's not a lot of money. It fits within Arteta's £180 million he's got to spend. It solves all our issues currently with a number 10. It solves our striker issue, and it's definitely going to cover our injuries because we're going to get more injuries, man. We're going to be called Hamstring FC by next season because I've never known the team to get so many hamstring injuries. But yeah, they're my top 4. See you guys again tomorrow. If you're still here, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Peace.